Everybody say he gonna be calmer. But I feel like it was more, I was just outside doing kid stuff. But when I got older, it was just like the stealing the cars and all that. I feel like, I don't know, I hope he not on there, bro. I just hope he be chill, bro. I hope he be chill. Like, bro, there's nothing that he can't ask me for, because it was like,
Word.
You the reason. He don't know, but he the reason. I promise he the reason. Oh God, because I was cool with it. I used to just be, I was just going with life, like it was just what it was. But he just made me like focus. I had to focus on something. He gave me that focus for sure.
This episode of the Rap Dads Show is brought to you by Washed Dads, the premier brand for fathers and father figures all around the world. And before you say, yo, I ain't washed, well, I ain't either. In true hip-hop form, Washed Dads is redefining the word washed with the acronym We Are Superheroes Every Day. Now, I know you could rock with that. As a thank you for being Rap Dad listeners, use the code RAPDADS and get 15% off your next purchase at washeddads.com. The promo code is RAPDADS, RAPDADS, 15% off. Look fly while you're doing the flyest job in the world, being a dad. Welcome to another episode of the Rap Dad Show, shot here in the Oak Room at the iconic Algonquin Hotel in New York City. My name is Esteban Serrano, and joining me today is one of the hottest new rappers out of Memphis, which is arguably the hottest hip-hop city in the world. He is a dope MC. He comes from a dope pedigree. And most of all, and above all of those things, he's a rap dad. And he goes by the name Tre Loaded. Welcome to Rap Dads, man.
Man, what's up? Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to have this conversation with you. Did a lot of research, listened to the music. I'm a fan. And you're coming from probably the hottest city in the world right now for hip hop. It's like a factory. So I think that's dope. For you to be as hot as you are right now and coming from a place that has a lot of spotlight on it and attention. But we just gonna talk about fatherhood, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about Cashton. How old is he?
Man. That's my dog. My son, he just turned 3, April 5th. No cap. I was just out there, man. That's my dog. I be with him all the time when I ain't on the, you know what I'm saying? When I ain't running around, I be with him. That's my dog.
I love that,
No
man.
cap.
I love it, man. And I love how much you talk about him in your music.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you really like genuinely know, like that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? And so talk about that too. Like, I have a real like, you know, my friends will be around me and my sons, and they'll be like, yo, you talk to him like you talk to us. Like, that's the homie. Like, what made you like take that approach?
I don't know. I just feel like when you talk to him regular, like that's how they catch on quick. Like my son catch on to everything, and he talk like this. He when we'll go to the barber shop, he'll be like, "What's up, P?" Like he 3, like but that's just how it is, cause this is how I talk to him. Like when I see him, I be like, "What's up, P? What you doing?" He be like, "What you doing, nothing?" But he a 3-year-old. That's crazy. He just got a little iPhone. He be FaceTime. He probably called me on
At 3?
No count.
That's dope.
Okay, he probably called me while we on this list. Watch.
All right, so I want to take it back. You have a great relationship with your son. You've talked about your pop. Tell me about your relationship with him.
My dad.
Yeah.
All right, my dad. That's my dog too. Like he been around since I was 2. Since I was 2. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I was a young nigga. So that's the only person I know. Like that's the only dad I know. So that's my dog. No cap. He taught me how to be who I am. And this rap, like this music, he not like, I'm not gonna say he was just like a major part of me making music, but like just being around it instilled it already. And so when it started coming, it was like, you know what I'm saying, I was meant for this anyway.
Word. So tell me about like in what capacity he was involved in music, because I know your uncle is Don Tripp and he was around it. So
yeah, like
give me that background.
Like that was like, I'm not gonna say I don't know the day like what he was exactly, but he was just always with him on tour, like, you know what I'm saying. He had me in the studio with him all the time, like it was just. But when I was young, it wasn't like I was there to understand what they was doing. Like I was just there, like, you know what I'm saying. They
Spending
was
time.
making music, but as I grew, it was like, dang, these folks do this for their life. Like these folks getting paid to go to these different cities. These folks getting paid to, you know what I'm saying. It's crazy. So now it's like, I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? I done made a way for myself. Like before anybody ever knew who he was or he my uncle or anything. Like I was already lit.
That's what's up, man.
Like, I feel like that's why they like. That's why they love. Like in my pops, my aunt, like my Trip Audie, cause I don't ask them for. I wouldn't ask them to put me on. Like I'm in the mayor of the name. Now it's like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
So I'm a firm believer that and this is weird, but I am a firm believer that your children choose you to be their parent for a particular reason, like that you can get them to the place where, you know, where they want to be or where they're ultimately supposed to be. So when you say, like, you know, you were in the studio, not even like for a reason, you weren't there to learn, you weren't even maybe, you know, interested in being a rapper at that age when you were around, but now look at where you are. I feel like the familiarity, the comfort that you were having around it, and you know, you were around a real MC.
Okay.
Like Don is like one of the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially on this show, I was interviewing NLE, another Memphis MC, and he said before he even had a kid, he was listening to Don Trip Letter to My Son.
Come on,
and
man.
like the passion that he had in that record influenced him to in his fatherhood, and he wasn't even a dad yet. You know what I'm saying? That's how dope Don is. Like, so what do you remember? Do you remember anything about those times where you were in the studio as a kid?
Yeah, like, well, not really, just me being like on some in there on some chill. But and this was before one of his like closest people had passed. Like I remember being there with them. Like it was just I was on those like, but really, to be honest, it wasn't like I was just wanting to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my dad had just asked me, like, you want to go to the studio? I'm young. I'm like, why not? You know what I'm saying? So it was just, I was just there. You know what I'm saying? But it was cool. Everybody knew me. You Trey son, yeah. And it's just what it was.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So where were you in your life when you became a father? 3 years ago.
Man, I was 19, finna turn 19. I was going through it, man. I wasn't ready. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't ready. But
Right. None of us are, by the way.
Cap.
No one's ready.
Yeah.
Even if you think you're ready, you ain't ready.
Nah, for
Word.
sure. It wasn't. I don't know. I just knew I had to beat her though, cause I just knew, man, what my mama had to deal with. So I was like, I could never not beat her.
That's what's up.
Cap. I could never not beat her. It was lit. Like when he smiled, when it was smile, it was different. But like as he got bigger, he started understanding what's going on. He yelling my name. He want me. Like it's lit. Like how could I not be? And he looked just like me. Like how could I not be?
Facts.
And then my twin.
Yeah, man. Where were you career wise?
I was just starting to make beats, like, but it was starting to go a little bit. But that was when I was freestyling on TikTok and all that. So it was really just like just starting to just take off. I would just start doing videos, like getting in the studio and stuff. So that's why I feel like my son, like he made this go where it's going. Like he a big reason, cause it made me go. It made me be like, I gotta do something. Like, I gotta make this work. Cause bro gonna be straight. Like he gotta be straight.
I love that, man.
Okay.
I love that. So I've heard you say, you're self-admitted that you were a bad kid.
Yeah.
And you put your mom through it. Or you at all concerned that your son is gonna be some karma?
And man, everybody say that. My mom, my uncle, everybody say he gonna be karma. But I feel like it was more like teenage years though, when I was just being like, when I was young, it was like I was just outside doing kid stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? We might throw a rock, break something, you know what I'm saying? We throwing rocks, hitting cars, like
it's a little mischievous.
Yeah, but like when I got older, it was just like the stealing the cars and all that. I feel like, I don't know, I hope he not on there, bro. I just hope he be chill, bro. I hope he be chill.
Let me tell you, so when I had my first son, And me and my pop are super cool. That's my homie. That's my big OG. I would call him all the time. He used to complain about my son, and he would just laugh at me, bro.
I already know my mama coming.
Yeah, you know. But look, I'm telling you, like, they just been waiting.
Yeah.
They waiting for something. Now, on that note, like, have you thought about, because again, my relationship with my sons are we are friends. Like, you know, those are my homies. But obviously, I'm their father, so I don't have a problem with, you know, disciplining them. It sucks because they're the homies and I don't want to. Have you thought about like how you're gonna approach discipline?
Man, yeah, I have. I don't know. Like I feel like I discipline them. Like, but right now it's not as bad because when I yell, like you hear that voice, hear my yell, it's over with. Like he crying, like he chilling. So if right now it's just yelling, but I don't know how it's gonna be when they're yelling not working no more. So we gonna have to see. But I'm scared for them times, man.
Word.
Cause I already know how it's gonna be. Cause then he gonna be mad at me. I'm gonna be like, dang, I want to chill with you after.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. Yo, my pop used to say that to me all the time. He's like, yo, I hate putting you on punishment because when you're on punishment, I can't chill.
Yeah.
Like we can't go watch the game. We can't do nothing together.
God.
I gotta make sure.
Cause you gotta be.
You learn this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, no, you said something that's important. When you yell at him, he cries.
Yeah.
And I believe that a parenting superpower that a lot of people don't realize is when your son or your daughter love you, they don't want to disappoint you.
Mm-hmm.
And so disappointment can be a disciplinary action.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially with me, like my mom and them. I just feel like it's different when the women yell. Like he ain't really care. Like, but when he hear somebody or even my dad, like hear that voice, he like, nah, like, I'm tweaking.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Word. It's funny. I had Benny the Butcher on here, and Benny is like super G rapper, and he was like, it was a time where I was selling dope. I carried a pistol. He was like, but when my dad yelled at me, I cried.
Come on now, on me. You don't want to hear that? Oh, God.
Word. So we're here in New York City.
Yeah.
So clearly you can't be with him right now. How do you balance the times where you're away versus when you get to spend time with him? Does the fact that you want to spend so much time with him, how does that weigh into decisions that you make about your career?
It'll fix it a lot. Like it'll fix it a lot because like now I just, my son, he live in Memphis. Like I was out in Memphis, you know what I'm saying, my whole life. But I just moved to Dallas. Mm-hmm. And it was so hard. Like it's so hard because it was like, am I gonna sit here and just wait? You know what I'm saying? And keep waiting, like, cause like Texas is my biggest platform. Like this is where they mess with me the most. I feel like I go out there and expand more. Like
right.
It's not gonna do nothing. It's gonna make it bigger than what it is. So. Smart. I'm not gonna sit here in the city where, you know what I'm saying, people dying every day.
That part.
They losing their life. Like, am I gonna sit here and wait on my time, or am I gonna, you know what I'm saying, expand and make it to where everybody else can come with me? And I had to make the decision. So, but now it's finna be worse now because it's like it just happened. I literally just moved like last week.
Okay.
So I be with my son so much. Now
right.
It's like, how am I finna do this?
Right.
Like, I'm finna make it work though. I ain't no choice but to make it work.
For sure.
No cap.
Yeah, man, that's fatherhood right there in a nutshell, bro. Like these tough decisions for his better. Like you moving to Texas, knowing that that's the spot that you can expand. Like you said, everything is different in Texas. The way taxes set up is more beneficial for you as a businessman. Like, land and prices are better out there. Quality of life a lot of times is better out there. So ultimately the decision is for his benefit. But right now the sacrifice is, you being super close. But my man got a cell phone at 3 and he hollering at you.
No, he called me 24/7.
I love that,
He gonna call me. But it's just crazy, man. I'm gonna make it work though for sure.
Yeah. So like even with that, like are you planning on being back in the city a certain amount of time a month, or are you flying him in?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just be going to the city, like, you know what I'm saying, a few times a month. But it'll be, or even if it's like, you know what I'm saying, like once or twice a month, it'll be like I'm staying a week and a half, and then I'm gonna go back to what I'm doing, or go back if I gotta move around, I'm moving around. But
Word.
I'm still gonna be there. Like I can't. It's hard. It's hard, but I can't let this stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
can't.
Yeah, man. Listen, I applaud you, bro. I applaud you for making that tough decision. I'm from Philly. I was born and raised there. I've seen a lot of our favorites on the rise get murdered because they just weren't smart enough to get the hell out of the city. And there's a lot more that you can do for your city remotely when you remove yourself from it, man. You like we used to have an issue when when hip hop was much younger. They would talk about all these rappers blow up and then they leave, and it's like, well, now we see what happens when you blow up and you stay. It's not always beneficial.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know you. When everybody know you in your city, you more accessible.
Yes.
And if you big, you shouldn't be accessible. Should nobody be able to just get to you.
Agreed, man.
No cap.
Agreed.
Especially how we move now.
So you rap about your son, and what I love about it is it's always from a standpoint of aspiration, or like how hard you're going so that he doesn't have to experience certain things that you experienced growing up, or so that he doesn't want for anything. He's definitely a big battery in your back. But how has he at all impacted the music that you make or the artist that you are?
Yeah, I feel like he has, because when I was younger, I was more like, you know what I'm saying? I want to say I was just talking about more about what I was doing, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got a son, like you got to think about the stuff you're doing, you know what I'm saying? And you got to, it's certain stuff you can't do no more. So
Wow.
I don't like to talk about stuff that I'm not doing or what's not going on. So as I grow, I speak about more positive stuff.
Right.
Or more, you know what I'm saying, give money stuff, or, you know what I'm saying, stuff that people want to hear, other than just shoot them up, bang, bang. Like, everybody want to hear that all the time,
No, I love that, man. How is he, how does he gravitate to your music?
He know, he gonna, as soon as he hear my voice, that's that. As soon as he hear my voice, God, I love it. Like, I got videos of him dancing, like, even when he was 1, he know, like,
Wow.
he does that, like, every time.
That's
crazy.
Amazing.
No count. It's crazy.
Does he do you think that he wants to follow in your footsteps and be an artist?
I don't know. All I know, it'll be cool, but it gotta be like I said, like you gotta be talking about what's going on. Like, we're gonna be rich by the time he gets 14, 15, 16. We're gonna be in mansions. That's what you be talking about, mansions and fast cars. You know what I'm saying? Or we're gonna be talking about that, but you don't need to be talking about nothing other than it, or singing if you're gonna do that, or you know what I'm saying, playing the piano or different stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gets a lot of music out here. It's not just rap.
Word. Nah, man, I love that. And yeah, like, again, like it speaks to you, it speaks to your upbringing, it speaks to the level of artistry that you've been around, that there's no cap in your rap. Like, everything is real.
For real.
And that's the standard for for the next generation. Like, yo, if you're gonna do this, then we gonna be honest.
Yeah, we gonna talk about some real stuff, bro.
Word.
Well, he gonna be lit, so it shouldn't be hard.
I love that. What are the challenges? So you just moved out of Memphis, but when you were there, and you're the hottest dude in the city, and and you're a parent, what are some of the challenges that you faced when it came to your fatherhood, that we may not even know was tough?
That with my fatherhood?
No, yeah, you and your son.
His mama. That's probably the hardest part. That's probably that's really probably the hardest part. His mama, but it's cool though. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That's probably it. No cap. Like, everything else cool. Like, it's really chill. Like, and this and moving around, like being able to. That's about it. But everything else is chill. Like, my son is he perfect to me. On God, like, he be cooling. He'll get on his game. He play the iPad, or, you know what I'm saying, he ready. He finna start school in August. Like, he 3. He finna start school. He might got his own phone. Like, he a little me. Like, he literally a person. That's crazy.
Word. What was your first impression, or your first memory of fatherhood? Like, when it became, was there a moment where, like, oh no, this is real now?
Man, seeing him in that, when you're in the hospital, and man, we go downstairs, like, after she just had him, he was in there probably for like 2, 3, 4 hours. Like I'm just standing right there. I'm the only person there standing right there the whole time, just looking at him like, it's crazy, it's my kid. Like, it's a person.
What?
And I was like, then I was just looking at myself. I'm like, I gotta get it. Like I gotta get it together. No cap. And stuff started coming together. No cap.
Word. So what were some of those things that when you were evaluating yourself in that moment, like, I got to get it together? What were some of the things that you changed?
Man, just grinding, like being more consistent. You know what I'm saying? It was like I wouldn't say I was consistent, but I would say I was more like complacent.
Okay.
I was more complacent. I was more like okay with what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I had to get out of being that complacent. Like, you gotta want the best for everything. And if I don't want the best for me, how my son gonna have the best?
Come on.
So I had to figure out, like, you gotta go to the top so he can be at the top too.
Word. Yeah, man, I love that. I think a lot of people don't realize when you become a father, it becomes about taking care of your kid. But for me, it challenged me to be the best version of myself so that I can give that to my son. You know what I mean? Like, everything around me had to upgrade and had to serve me to better serve them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna play dad bars now, right?
Yeah.
I want to go through a couple of your bars that you've written about your son. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna butcher the shit out of the way that these joints sound.
I bet.
And I've been counting through these dollar bills and I've been hurting, but I can't stop. My son won't miss a meal.
No cap.
Tell me about some of the things that you've had to endure in terms of, like, the painful stuff just to make sure that he was good.
Man, see, at the beginning, it was just working. Like I want, like, that was before I even just started, like, moving how I was moving. Like I was working at first, like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I had started rapping, and I started making more money in other ways, and it was just everything started rolling. Like, I just felt like when I had him, everything started rolling. Like, it was just it. And then I got out of working. Then it was just rapping, and then I got to just rapping. So yeah.
So that's crazy. So you were able to go full time as a rapper. How old was he at that point? 1?
Yeah, like 1.5. Okay.
Bro, I'm 44 years old and I still got to fucking work every damn day to take care of all these kids.
No, yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
1.5.
I hope you take time to, like, really, like, reflect.
Nah, for real. That's why, like, Brad, there's nothing that he can't ask me for, because it was like,
Word.
Like, you the reason. He don't know, but he the reason. I promise he the reason. Oh God, because I was cool with it. I used to just be, I was just going with life, like, it was just what it was. But he just made me, like, focus. I had to focus on something. He gave me that focus for sure.
That's amazing. How's your relationship with your dad? Your pop changed when you became a dad.
I feel like I understood more stuff. You know what I'm saying? More stuff that I was, like, I wouldn't say, because we had a good relationship, but it was just most of that I probably was just like why y'all moved like that when I was younger. But it was like, now it's like when my mama and them was younger, my mama had my sister at 14, she had me at 17. And my dad came around, he was what? Now it was 19, so he was what? We went in. Now they was like 18, he was 19. So I'm like, you messing with somebody that had 2 kids, you 19, and he stood there the whole time, like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of stuff that I was like, dang, why we couldn't do? But it was like, y'all, they younger than us.
My
You know
God.
what I'm saying? With 2 kids. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he a stand up, like, he a real stand up nigga, bro. And I love dude,
That's what's up, man.
No cap.
Nah, we definitely. I love the perspective that fatherhood gives you when you become a parent, and you get to see what your folks,
like, what these folks went through.
Yeah, man.
No cap.
My mom was 20. My mom was 20. My dad was 21 when they had me. I didn't have my first kid till I think I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how the hell you have a kid at 20? Like I was,
Because that was the goal. Real life,
grief.
25 was the goal.
right. Yeah, man. But you so young. Like I hope you understand that too, B. Like you are very young. I know you're a man and you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of mouths that you probably feed, a lot of people that are relying on you. But you also have to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm 44 years old. When I was, how old are you now? 22?
22, yeah.
When I was 22, bro, I was dumb as rocks. Like, I was dumb. I was like, just immature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it seems to me like fatherhood definitely matured you a lot and
Make
like
you
said,
grow
got
up,
you
man.
focused.
For sure make you grow up.
But understand, bro, that you ain't got to have it all figured out right now.
Yeah.
Because I also understand, like, when someone, like you in your position, where you got, there's probably a lot of pressure on you, but the most pressure is probably the pressure that you putting on
myself. Mine is real life, no cap.
Word.
No cap, put real, like, oh God.
Yeah, man.
No
But
cap.
understand, bro, you don't have to have this shit all figured out right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm 44 years old. My oldest son is 21. My middle son is 18. My youngest son is 15. Today is his birthday.
Happy birthday to bro.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
And like, my dad used to tell me all the time, and like I didn't understand it until I became a father. And he was like, in a lot of ways, you raised me.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I raised you.
For sure.
But like the challenges that you presented and the ways that I had to figure things out made me grow up.
No cap.
So allow for yourself to have grace to learn that you're going to grow in this time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, one more bar. I'm a butcher of yours, and then I'm gonna stop because this is embarrassing. All right, I do this for my little boy. Finna have his car seat and butterfly doors.
Nah, real life.
How do you balance wanting to give him everything with the thought of like, I can't ruin this kid and turn him into a spoiled brat?
See, I don't feel like I'm gonna spoil him, but I don't feel like I'm gonna teach him. Like, you gotta teach him to go get it on your own. Like, I feel like still, I wouldn't say working, just working, but like, you gonna do something. You gonna be doing something. Like, oh God, you gotta earn this money. This money ain't just given, cause kids do be spoiled, no cap.
Yes.
And my son's spoiled. He's
Word.
spoiled right now. He think he's supposed to get everything just cause he see it. No, bro. He hate hearing no too.
Word.
It's cool though. It's cool.
What's the last thing you bought him that was like a crazy thing to give you?
Man,
Besides
his birthday.
the iPhone.
Yeah, about to say, yeah, he got a phone, but his birthday was just.
Yeah.
I just did the whole. He just did the whole little Chuck E. Cheese, little set up the Spider-Man. He loves Spider-Man.
Word.
Did the whole little party and stuff. He loved this type of stuff, but like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, as he getting older, it's like we can do more.
Yeah.
Like the big stuff, so he can remember it and actually enjoy it. You know, that's the move.
Yeah, man.
I want to take him like Six Flags, Disneyland. I want to do all that little stuff.
That's dope. I used to say that too. Like when my kids were really, really young, you didn't do nothing but just sit around and watch TV or roll on the floor. But when they get older and you can like really hang out, like y'all can go to games together, when y'all can go like really out vacation, like really do stuff. That's when
it's fun.
Yeah,
no
man.
Cap. It's fun.
That's what's up, man. At the end of the day, what do you want him to remember you as? Like, what do you want him to remember you as? His homie? Do you want him to remember you as the guy who provided everything for him? Do you want him to remember you as a leader? How do you want to be remembered in the eyes of your son?
I want to be his superhero. Like, I want to be like, you know what I'm saying, the biggest. I want to be. When he see me, he be like, he proud that I'm his daddy. Like this, like that's how I want to be remembered. No cap.
Word.